This is not going to be an Andy Rooney kind of iteration here. I'm not attempting to resurrect the. I don't. Should I call him the great Andy Rooney? I don't know if "great" would be the word I would use, but some of us well remember he was certainly a memorable figure, and he would come on and say, "You ever wonder why?" And he would have all these things that he would complain about, these little irritating things, irritating aspects of modern life, which back in 1987 or so, when we last heard from him. I guess he was on a little bit later than that. I think he was on into the 90s, but what I'm remembering him from is mostly the 80s. There were certainly fewer technological contraptions that we have to deal with the foibles of than there are today. So so at the risk of being Andy Rooney-ish, I really want to know what the deal, or Jerry Seinfeld-ish. I really want to know what is the deal with autocorrect. I mean, I don't get it. Like this happens to me all the time. I'm writing somebody, I'm texting somebody, or writing an email on my phone, or anything, anywhere, and I write something like, "We are going to do this," or whatever, and it changes before I know anything. It changes my "we" to "well." Like, why does it think I would rather? I meant to write "well" when I wrote "we," and there are numerous. It changes my "thee" to "they." Like, why does it think I meant to say "they" when I wrote "thee"? Why did it add a "y" to it? Um, I don't understand that. Maybe I'm too old, but I don't get it. I don't get why that happens. Can somebody explain that to me? Um, but also moving on to something else, something maybe more serious. The autocorrect stuff is it like an irritation, and it's something that's supposed to make things easier for you. It's supposed to be, oh well, we know what you're trying to say, so we'll fill it in. And sometimes, like, they go on and put a phrase in, like I said, like, all right, see you, and then it'll add tomorrow night, even though I wasn't going to write tomorrow night, or something like that. It's just anticipating what the end of my sentence is going to be, and that wasn't what I was wanting to write there. So there's something about the effort of technology to make it easier when it just becomes a hindrance. There's something profound to that, it seems to me. And the second thing I'm going to bring up is something that's a little different, but it's also something that's connected with smartphones. And yeah, you might be asking, Wiki, why do you still have a smartphone? Why don't you throw it on the scrap heap? And just start working from a 1975 typewriter. I don't know, a Ted Kaczynski kind of move. Well, I'm aware of I'm aware of some of the issues with smartphones. By no means am I aware of all of them. I do know they further the efforts of the surveillance state, and therefore me owning a device like this is not helping, let's just say. But putting all of that aside, because I still own this phone right now, because for certain reasons I need it. I need to do it, and I'm not going to go into those because they're just they're not very interesting. But just for day-to-day, workaday life, it's something that I need right now, and things would need to change a little bit before I could just fling this phone that I'm holding right now against my steering wheel into the scrap heap and go live the life of an eco warrior. Not that I've ever been on the Kaczynski trip exactly, but I understand it. But something that is I find more insidious and more nefarious than autocorrect getting your words wrong, wrongly anticipating what you're trying to say, wrongly anticipating the phrase that you're about to write, which was not what you were about to write, wrongly thinking that you meant to say a certain word with 4 letters when you only meant to say a certain word with 3 letters. Worse than that are the way that it seems that phones come with these things that just go beep or go bing whenever there's breaking news. This is something I think is really really disturbing because I think that part of what is part of the paradigm right now that is so so in need of change is this pull to always want to be in the know about what's happening now. This sort of breaking news. So your phone actually, I think in a lot of cases, it seems to be the case that it just comes with this. It's just going to, anytime there's quote unquote breaking news about something, it's gonna bing, and then that makes you want to look at your phone and see, oh, what's going on in the world right now? How can I get wrapped up in something that I have no control over and that probably has, will not affect me in any way, but it's part of what they want me to get all hot and bothered about, so that I'll react and respond in the way that they wish me to. There's something about that, the manner in which they're just enabling it that's just the default. The default is you want to get updated on breaking news all the time, and that's why you have to do something to your phone in order to stop it from binging, when some news breaks in the world. And I really think I can't find an explanation for this that is benign. I don't want to just be somebody who just sees evil designs everywhere, because that can be as much of a mistake as not suspecting them anywhere. But why would they just, as a default, why would they want you to be somebody who just, like a Pavlovian dog, says, oh, what's going on in the world? Oh, I better find out what's going on. Bing, 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 bing. Why do they want that out of you? It would seem to me that it's a kind of, it's what I've heard called a nudge. This sort of this terminology, this insidious terminology, where it's basically social engineering, but you have some free will, but it's still sort of saying, this is what you need to do. This is what you really ought to do. You could do something different, but we're going to nudge you in this direction. As I understand it, this is something that Cass Sunstein first came up with. And it seems much more evil, much more insidious, much more appalling than I think a lot of people believe it to be. I remember actually hearing from someone who said he thought that the nudge thing was, at least they're giving us a choice, but we've seen over the last couple of years, I need not put too fine a point on it, need I? We've had a lot of nudges, haven't we? Oh, you're free to do what you want. Nobody's making you do anything. But if you don't do what we want you to do, then things might just get a little bit more complicated for you. So probably best to do it, huh? I mean, this is their thing. And it seems like the bing, the sort of trying to bring out the Pavlovian dog in you, trying to get you to swivel your head around and trying to get you to forget what you were doing before, whatever worthwhile pursuit you were engaged in, and look at your phone so that you can see, oh, what's going on in the world right now. I've got to be updated on the most recent thing. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good to lust to be in the know. Because what does that mean, first of all, to be in the know? It means to be in the know of the things that they consider to be worthy of knowing, right? And to me, it seems more and more that it's just like an instrument to pull you in to this maelstrom of hatred, rage, division, and overall bad vibes. So this is the negative nudge of technology. In some cases, it just makes things more vexing and irritating by correcting our writing when it doesn't need correction, and it's also just trying to pull us into this thing that it's really best for us to get the hell out of and stay the hell out of. So those are my thoughts. What do y'all think? Let me know.